Now then, Thomas, you are Senior Business Development Manager for ClickBank.
Yes.
In layman's terms, who are you and what do you do for ClickBank and for the world?
I love that. Yeah. In layman's terms, I'm sort of a face for ClickBank, a human aspect for ClickBank, which means I help new business come on to the ClickBank platform, whether that's a product or a business that's looking for affiliates to promote their products, or affiliates getting signed up to promote offers, or channel partnerships that kind of help us scale across and kind of make a better platform for our clients to use. So I'm out there, shaking hands and kissing babies and helping business happen.
Who are your main clientele? Who are the people that you work with the most? Is it just any business? Is it a more digital marketing business? Is it more people that are online? Who are the target market, the ideal clients?
Primarily e-commerce businesses, so businesses that are selling online. I would say exclusively. We don't do much brick and mortar or any at all. ClickBank's history was actually rooted in a solution to transfer digital files online and actually get compensated for that. So for someone to sell a digital product online. Now we do a lot of physical product sales too. With that in mind, we are pretty niche in direct response marketing funnels, right? So kind of limited SKU, if you will, limited inventory funnels, where there's option to buy one product kind of thing. So not like a giant e-commerce store, because that is very much, when you look at affiliate marketing, that is very much geared to get a sale today versus like an overall marketing campaign, which might take weeks to get a sale. So we want affiliates to get compensated quickly, and affiliates like to get compensated quickly.
Who are these affiliates? Who are these people that would want to partner with you so that they can be compensated?
Yeah, so this runs the gamut, honestly. It's anywhere from a solopreneur who's just getting started in online marketing and they just want to make money as a side hustle or just try to kind of figure it out, all the way to multiple 8- and 9-figure ad agencies who are just arbitraging ad spend, right, on a return on investment for their ads. So it's a lot of performance marketers, people who have an asset, AKA traffic in some capacity, whether it's money they're spending on Facebook ads or other platforms like that, or an email list they've built off of customers or leads, or a blog or social media, right? They've got traffic of some sort and they're using products as an affiliate. They're promoting products as an affiliate to generate revenue for their business.
I love that. Now, we touched on this before. The pandemic. How has the pandemic shifted this whole idea about how ClickBank works? Have you been able to amplify more revenue for your affiliates, or did you have to shift the way in which you did business because everybody else seemed to go online?
Yeah, so great question. We haven't had so much to shift business. It's more accelerated the existing business we've had in some pretty significant ways. So the big shift that happened with COVID is, right, everyone was online all of a sudden. It really dragged e-commerce as a whole forward about 5 years, right? Which we saw with our growth in 2019 and this year in 2021, right? So what's really happened there is more affiliates have been joining. The existing traffic avenues that were there have accelerated. What's really shifted for other people's businesses is that I've found that businesses that weren't doing affiliate marketing themselves have been more open to it. And what I mean by that is, say you're an e-commerce brand or you're selling a good, and you're like, oh, I can't promote affiliate offers. I don't want to, upset my clients or my list or something like that. All of a sudden they were having struggle accelerating their business in other avenues. And they realized, oh, I could be promoting affiliate offers that are still beneficial to my audience and be building out another revenue stream that way. So people have gotten a lot more flexible with understanding and playing in the affiliate marketing space thanks to COVID. But it's really, we haven't had to pivot a whole lot with our overall strategy. It's just given us an accelerant and we've really been able to double down.
So people who are complete novices to this whole concept, they know they want to make more money online. They are probably wanting to shift gears and do something very different. What would you say to those people, how you can actually help them today?
Yeah, so ClickBank as a whole, right, has tens of thousands of products to promote. There's a few, like if you Google ClickBank top products, right, there we actually do a monthly segment on YouTube and on our blog post that's evergreen, where we highlight top offers that you can be promoting that are, best performing, and trending ones, which might not be saturated. So it's an easy way to kind of find top offers to promote. We've got Spark, which is an online education platform, which teaches, novices, hey, what is internet marketing as a whole? Again, kind of bring people through the process and kind of level set there. What I would say, if you're at all interested in learning internet marketing or affiliate marketing as a way to make money is I see a lot of beginners struggle by they try a little bit here and they try a little bit there and they kind of really spread their limited resources thin. Is to go really deep on one person you like to learn from and one traffic source and just go deep with that, right? Because if you, let's use Facebook ads or TikTok or something for as an example, pick one traffic source to go deep on and learn how to leverage that. And you will be able to take the same strategies as far as like getting people to click and engage to other platforms, but you won't be wasting time trying to do a small investment here and a small investment there, not really making up any ground anywhere. Because that's the biggest thing I say. It's like, oh, I tried Instagram, didn't work. Well, what did you try? Oh, we did like $5 a day for 3 days on ads. And it's like, well, you're not just going to get any traction if you have very limited spend.
So well, let's talk about that actually. Let's talk about the reality of people actually generating revenue. Because some people will say, well, as you just said, I spent $5. I spent this, I did 3 sessions and nothing happened. So what is the lead time? What are we looking at in terms of the time frame for people to actually start generating some kind of revenue from somebody who was a complete novice to somebody who wants to do, I don't know, maybe 5 figures, 6 figures a month, a year? What are we talking about?
Yeah, no, great. So you have to understand the data behind these campaigns. What I mean there is the conversion rate of what is good. So for a direct, so if you're promoting traffic to an offer, a good conversion rate at scale, by scale, I mean an offer that's doing $20,000 to $150,000 a day in gross revenue, right? So at scale, those offers convert at 1.5 to 3%, right? We'll call it 2% for a round number.
Yeah.
Okay. So to understand that, if I'm an affiliate that knows what I'm doing, it'll take me at least 100 sales, or excuse me, 100 people clicking on a link that I've put in front of them to actually generate 1 or 2 sales.
Wow.
Right. And so you can start to expand from there. If I'm a new affiliate who doesn't really know what I'm doing, it's probably going to take me more than 100 clicks to get a sale because my conversion rate will be lower because I'm not as good at putting an offer in front of the right audience, at framing it, at writing copy and all that kind of stuff. So let's say it takes me 500 clicks to get a sale. Well, you can start to kind of expand from there. If you're going to do ad budget, how much ad budget do you need to get 500 clicks? It might be, if you only have $5 a day to spend, it might be 2 weeks of traffic before you actually have that much of spend, right? Actually generate that much traffic.
You know, I'm glad you're sharing this, Thomas, because people have this what I would say, this crazy idea that they just put it out there and somebody will just buy tomorrow. And they think, oh, well, it didn't work. Well, I tried it and it didn't work. I mean, you're saying, with any kind of marketing, and this is not just affiliate marketing or digital marketing, you have to wait and you have to prove yourself and you have to have the right copy and you have to have, the right systems in place and putting it in front of the right clientele in order for them to buy. Who teaches them all of this? Do you teach that as ClickBank as a company, or are you sort of guiding them into the right direction where they should go, or is trial and error on their part?
It's all 3 of those, to be candid. So we do have Spark, which is the ClickBank education system we have that teaches newbies from start to kind of first paycheck, kind of what is internet marketing, how to get going. But I always recommend to people, like, find someone that you really value and trust, right? Like I'm a big fan of Miles Beckler. If you followed him on YouTube at all, he teaches a very transparent approach to affiliate marketing and things like that. There's people like that I just resonate with versus, a guru out there with a Lamborghini teaching people how to get rich overnight. So I gravitate towards that type of person, like Miles or Pat Flynn, these kind of people out there that I trust personally. So what I recommend to people is find someone you trust, whether it's a ClickBank, whether it's me, whether it's someone else online, and learn from them and stick with one traffic source. Because it was funny, like you asked that question, like, what does it really take to get going? I was doing some math yesterday and I was like, okay, if you needed to replace your income, which let's assume that's 60 grand a year or something like that in US dollars, right? I was looking at the average commissions that some of the higher converting supplement offers and ClickBank pay. An average commission there is like the $120 to $150 range. So when we're talking a sale a day, if you're getting 1 sale a day on that and making $120 to $150 per sale, you're now generating $50,000 to $60,000 a year. So it's like, okay, how do I get my first sale? This is what I was going to ask you.
How much time does it take to do that though? I mean, is it quite time consuming? Are you depending on the systems? to work for you? How does it work?
Well, so that's hard to answer just because there's so many traffic sources out there, right? And so it really, like when I look at it, it's like, okay, if I need 100 clicks a day, right? Assuming that I'm a decent marketer, let's say, 200 clicks a day to an offer through a traffic source. I'm going, okay, how can I do that? Right. And if you don't have money to invest in traffic, to pay a Facebook, an Instagram, a Google, a TikTok, whatever it is, to put an ad out there, you're needing organic. You have to put content out there yourself and trust an algorithm helps and ranks you. That might take a while, right? I mean, there's things like TikTok that can be more viral. I put a video on TikTok, even though I'm not very good at it, and gets like 500 views, which is really low for TikTok, but I'm just starting there, right? Versus YouTube, which I get 40 views, so there's platforms that can help you get more exposure faster.
Yes.
But you start looking at like, okay, the organic content play, I'm like, realistically, I came from SEO in my, first part of my career. It's 3 months to 3 years, depending on what kind of volume threshold you want for traffic. And then it's going, okay, how am I actually generating an asset that can send traffic on a daily basis, which might be an email list from that. Or I go, I want to accelerate this. Like I want to do organic, but it's going to take a lot of time. How can I accelerate it? That's money. And so now you're going to pay a platform to put your ad in front of people. And it's learning that. And it's honestly, like you just said, it's realizing that success isn't going to happen overnight. It's going to take some trial and error. You're going to fail. And it's an investment, because if I used to run ads just to learn it, and you learn a ton, like it's your money's on the line and you're realizing, okay, this ad isn't working. This one is, let's divest, this one and put more money into this one. And you start figuring it out, and you find someone you trust to teach you, and whether it's a course you pay for, and get going. But that's why it's hard to say, oh, it takes this much time. It took me, for example, when I was doing that Facebook ad buying a few years ago, it took me 10 days to get my first sale.
Wow.
And then I was getting a few sales a day kind of from there. And for context, I think I probably spent $400 on ads through that. Wow. And I think I generated $380 in commission. So I was still negative $20, right? But I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. I was like, okay, I can keep going with this. I learned, for me, that I didn't really find a lot of fulfillment doing that. And so like, I didn't really find a lot of value in selling someone a product I didn't own. And that was like it. So now I generate my own content, and I put my own stuff out there to build my own personal brand, which is not so much affiliate marketing, but it kind of helped me realize, hey, this is possible. This is doable. I learned.
Well, let's talk about your personal brand, because as business development manager for ClickBank, you're obviously traveling, doing a lot of stuff, but you're also building your personal brand. Why build your personal brand? I mean, why? What in your personal brand you want the world to hear and know and learn?
Oh yeah, no, thank you. So I have been successful at ClickBank because of my quote unquote personal brand and reputation, and ClickBank's reputation in the space, which is very anchored in our niche and quite trusted. And I learned this from my dad, watching him build houses for high-end customers in North Idaho. For context, one of his clients was the officiant at my wedding. And we got married on a different client's property. And it's like a lot of his high-end clients became his lifelong friends. And I kind of realized after I've been in this role for a bit that my dad, he would never call himself a salesman. If you called him a salesman, he'd be offended by it, right? But I realized that he's a very good salesman, even though he doesn't sell. He consults, he helps people, he leaves them better than they found them. And I picked up a lot of that, unbeknownst to that, when I started leveraging kind of the network I'd built for myself through ClickBank. And I just help people out, and I get a lot of referrals from that. I get a lot of people reaching out to me from that. And I realized, like, one of the biggest things I miss out on at ClickBank is that I don't have like my own offer or an email list or this asset. But my personal brand or your reputation is an asset in itself.
Indeed.
And I can build that and generate demand and leads for what I do at ClickBank through my own channels, as well as ClickBank doing it through them. And it can serve both parties still very well. This is something I've chatted with them about. So it's not, it's not like
of course
thing over here. And so I can keep doing that. And it lets me cut my teeth in actual marketing more than theory. So I can be running, engagement ads on Facebook with my YouTube content. I can be running this kind of stuff. I can be building an email list and figuring out why 4 people unsubscribed yesterday. It's like,
I hate that. Right. When you get that one that subscribes, you're like, yes. When you get somebody to unsubscribe, you're like, well, what did I
do? Exactly. So I can figure it out on a more one-to-one, more real world basis. And that helps me speak at a more competent level, helps me, all that kind of stuff. So it really helps me level up my game while still serving, my employer, who we have a very good working relationship still. Yeah. And then if that went away at some point, I still have this quote unquote reputation and personal brand that is more leverageable at that point. So.
And that's where I saw you on the last conference that you spoke on. I was looking at it, and I was like, yay. So that's why I saw you, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. He needs to get on my podcast. I need to hear him. So no, that was really good. I'm glad that you shared this about personal brand and reputation, because you are the person people are coming to. ClickBank is the name that people know, but at the end of the day, people buy you, not your brand, product, or service. So people are coming to you because you've built that reputation. People know you, clients know you, to work with you, and so that whole reputation and personal brand, it is truly an asset. And I think more so today, because of the pandemic, because of people going online, big brands need to understand that, and it's not just about building a side hustle. Okay, I'm not going with this. It's about building a side hustle. Is being able, big brands need to understand that people have lives other than just their jobs, and that they are the ones that people come to. If people don't come to them, they're not necessarily coming to a brand. So they're having to shift how they're thinking also about people like yourselves, who's building a reputation of your own within the whole brand space, which is absolutely so powerful. Well, let's talk a little bit about your personal side, your personal brand, and yourself, and what you're doing to change the world. In your personal branding, in building you, what is the core are you promoting to clients? Because you see, obviously, you're not promoting a product per se, but you're building reputation, and you're talking more about engagement and more about marketing, in the practical sense. What is the message for people, your message for people?
So it's probably something I should clarify better, honestly. But right now I can help brands that generate over $250,000 in revenue. I can add 30 to 40% to their top line revenue with affiliate marketing. Wow. Right. And and I firmly believe that. Now, if you have a direct response or kind of a e-commerce brand doing that, I can pull levers in your business, or identify levers in your business to pull that can be that. And it might not be affiliate marketing, but that's what brings the person through the door. And all of a sudden you realize that, hey, your lifetime value stinks. It's like you pare down the data. It's like, if you try to invest more in top line funnel acquisition, you're always gonna be chasing the next sale with slim margins. So it's like, and that's just one example, right? It's figuring out like what's happening in their business and going, before you tackle this seriously, you need to fix this problem, and then you'll be able to blow it out of the water because you can afford to pay more to acquire the customer in the first place, and everything works better. So it's really
going deep with the customers, not just on the surface. Okay, I can help you to make more money, but I can help you to make more money by you doing X, Y, and Z, so that long term you'll be able to leverage your dollars a lot better. So
it's building a healthier business and customer acquisition channel. I really preach customer acquisition, because when people hear gross revenue kind of numbers get thrown out there, we all know that if you've been in business for any amount of time, it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Yeah, right? Of course.
And you hear all these marketers throw out, oh, we have an 8-figure business, and they spent equal amount on Facebook to follow that customer. So it's like,
my husband always says, if you tell me you got $1 million business and you spend $1 million on $1, you're broke.
Yeah, right. And it's like, and if you don't have a way to send the customer or to monetize them in different ways post-purchase, it's a tough road to hoe. So it's really trying to figure out and help those people. So, but the way I try to frame myself is that, hey, I'm the affiliate marketing guy, not from like a how to make money as an affiliate, but just if you need to understand the landscape of affiliate marketing and you want to get into it from either an affiliate or a vendor, aka a product owner side, I can help point you in the right direction.
And then this is how ClickBank as a company could support that whole process as you move forward. No, it's good. It's good. And it's good. And I think, do you think that you are one of the pioneers in this sort of industry doing what you're doing? Or are you working with a major company, but also sort of helping people more or less build a healthier business? Would you say you're one of the pioneers, or are you following others who are doing it? Or what would you say?
I hesitate to call myself a pioneer.
You're a guru. You're a guru.
No, I mean, I try to I believe in doing right by people. And I think there's a lot of misinformation out there in the affiliate marketing space on both sides, right? I think a lot of sellers and e-com stores and brands think, oh, affiliate marketing is scammy. I can't do that. I can't touch it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of affiliates or potential affiliates think the same, or they go, or they have those misexpectations we're just talking about. And so I just want to put out the real world knowledge of what is out there and like how it can be leveraged. Because, right, you look at affiliate marketing, it can be called it could be called referral marketing or partner marketing, or performance marketing. It's all the same thing. You're paying someone for a result, and it's just kind of framed in this different aspect. So the reason why I don't call myself a pioneer is that I'm still fairly fresh to the space. I've been at ClickBank for 6 years. I've been what I would say an expert in what I do for the last 2 or 3, but I'm still very much a student of the game, and I always will be. And I think that's what separates someone who's just trying to make a buck versus someone who's trying to do right, is that I'm not trying to put myself out there as I will fix all your problems, make you a billionaire. It's, hey, I can help you with this. And
but that's what people want to hear. That's what people want to hear. I can fix your problem. I can make you a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's what they want to hear. But something before we close up, something you mentioned here, I think it's really, really powerful. The real world knowledge on affiliate marketing or referral marketing or some kind of other marketing. I think just the way you frame that, changing the word affiliate to something else, people just think completely different about it.
Yeah, but it's the same model at the end of the day. It's where people are like, oh, we can't touch affiliates. It's like, that's scammy or whatever. It's like, well, do you pay referrals when people send referrals to your business? Oh yeah, sure. It's like, well, where's the disconnect, right? And then it's like, oh, well, we trust these people, but you don't trust affiliates? Why not? Right? And you start to kind of like, well, how would it look if you did trust the affiliates? How would that be different? How would that have to work for you? Well, we probably need to work on them on a one-to-one basis. Fine. Most big brands do that at scale, right? Like, so what kind of team would you need in place? Well, you need someone to manage that. Yeah. So let's figure out who that person would be.
So when you say then you're going to be the guru, I'm saying that now, that's going to quench this whole thought about stop saying affiliate marketing is crazy. It's the same as referral marketing. It's the same as this marketing. Come on. Are you going to be like the champion behind this whole process?
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm trying to raise that light up and just be like, hey, this is something any business can be leveraging, even if you don't recognize it or not, because gosh, there's so many e-com brands that could be adding very good revenue to their business and profit to their business by them being an affiliate themselves, or by understanding that their 5%, 10% commission is not appealing and they need a better affiliate program at all, and helping them understand how to get to a position to actually scale that to be 20 to 30% of their customer acquisition.
Wow. This is really good. I mean, I learned so much from you here today. I thought I wouldn't understand half of what he's saying, but I learned a lot about what you're saying. Now, one last question really, really quickly. Being the senior business development manager at ClickBank and obviously serving companies across the globe, what would you say has been to date? I know it's only 6 years, 2 years really sort of doing this bit. What would you say has been one of the biggest challenges you faced in your role as business development manager? Yeah, you personally in your role.
I think some of that is the balance, right? What I mean there, like, I don't really believe in work-life balance. Work is life, life is work. Like, it's, what you do shouldn't be completely separate to everything else. But what I mean there is, when you're on the road, 1 or 2 times a month, it is disruptive to travel to events and to kind of be the traveling salesman role when I have a wife and a toddler, right? Kind of coming behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And that is that personal aspect of, people do business with people. And when you understand that, everyone's got stuff going on at home or COVID or trying to adapt, you can reach them at that human level, much more likely to do business with each other. But I don't know if that's the biggest struggle, but that's one that comes to mind when you ask that question, just because it is tough to figure out.
It is. And I think COVID has actually heightened what people actually miss and what people actually want in real life. As much as you need to be in front of customers, you need to be in front of clients, you also need to look after your family. You also need to look after your loved ones. You also need to remember the main thing, which is the main thing. And I think COVID has heightened what that is for most people. So but I'm glad you shared that, because I was interviewing someone else and she actually said the very same thing. It's amazing. It's
Yeah, because in
amazing.
business, like I've had good success because I've got a good team and good managers and all things like that. We've been able to like execute really well, and it's been a lot of fun. And so it's like the struggle hasn't been on the business side. It's been how to turn off my brain from business. I'm very future focused and I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
always,
can tell.
and so, and I'm not like, I don't think I'm like a dick, you know, when I'm a competitor. I just like I like to beat myself, you know, from the yesterday. And I do like to measure up against others and see how I'm doing. And so that it's hard for me to like not be engaging on a Facebook group where I see potential leads and kind of helping people when it's, you know, there's a show I'm watching with my wife or something like that. Or so it's being able to turn that off. That's probably been the hardest part for me, is just be able to leave work away for an extended period of time.
Yeah. I mean, and that's true. That I think, as I said, the pandemic has actually allowed people to see that face value as to, you know, where they are and what it is they're doing. Right. One last question. As the Senior Business Development Manager for ClickBank, this global enterprise helping people in countries across the globe, what does living like a champion mean to you?
I love that. Living like a champion, to me, that means you strive for an ideal that you know you can never reach, and you do it anyway.
Ooh.
And what I mean by that, right, it's that I want to be the best version of myself, even though that's impossible, because like we covered through, you know, life isn't perfect. I'll never be the best version of myself that I can be, but I can keep trying at that. And I think if you look at sports, right, at the Kobe's, at the Michael Jordans, at the Tom Brady's, right, whatever, you know, Tiger Woods, whatever kind of top tier athlete you look at, they put in the grind and they put in the work and the time and the time and the time and the time.
They do.
And I see that ambition. It's like, I know I don't want to put in that type of work, because I think there's a lot too much I'd have to sacrifice in the other pieces of my life to get there. But I recognize that if I do want to excel at whatever I'm doing, I do need to show up every day. And I do need to work on getting better. And some days will be better than others, but 2 steps forward and 1 step back is still 1 step forward. So it's showing up and executing and being understanding that, I won't be perfect, but
and it's realistic. It's realistic. And that's the main thing, is being realistic as well with it. Right now, Thomas, how can people get in touch with you? Somebody's listening and they're like, oh my God, I think I need to talk to this guy. I think I just need to understand this whole affiliate marketing system, this whole referral marketing plan, and perhaps I need to use ClickBank. How can they reach you?
Yeah, best places. Thomas J. McMahon is my website, which links out to my LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram. Instagram messages and LinkedIn seem to be the main way people reach out to me from there, which is perfect. You can also find me across ClickBank's channels. You know, if you go to ClickBank's YouTube channel, or Affiliated is our podcast there, which is, you know, I really enjoy doing that one. But I'd say, thomasjmcmahon.com. My Instagram is Happy Scaling. Thomas McMahon is where I'm on LinkedIn. And happy to chat with anyone that reaches out.
Excellent. Well, we will make sure and post that also, so people can hear you and know what it is that you do for them, not just for the business. I think there's a part to play also for your own personal life. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with everybody. Right, guys, you heard it here from Mr. Thomas McMahon. Wow, this was brilliant. Like, I had very little idea about referral marketing, but I understand what he's talking about as far as controlling traffic and just making sure that people have the right intention in why they're going and doing what it is they're doing. The main thing, as he says, has to be the main thing. The misconceptions of affiliate marketing is wrong, because your ability to leverage other people to sell your products, that's how you're going to make more money. At the end of the day, we all know it's not about making more money. It's about serving more people, and you will get paid more. So if the plan and the goal is to serve more people, to reach more people, then do consider affiliate marketing as something for you, and or if you want to generate extra revenue yourself, something that you can do perhaps outside, you may want to do that as well. But I think one of the things for me I took away is that his personal brand is sort of pushing him in a direction that he probably didn't think he was going to go in, but people are listening and people are asking. And I'm so grateful that he's hearing the voice from people across the world. If you want to get in touch with him, know about affiliate marketing for you, want to generate extra money, want to join and become a part of ClickBank, and or want to know how you can work with him, please go today to thomasjmcmahon.com. Find him on LinkedIn, He is on LinkedIn, listen to his podcast, and you can find him on ClickBank channels as well. But do something and do it today. This is Camilita here from the Camilita podcast saying, I'll see you soon. And I will see you at the top.